decided I'm gonna start videotaping myself for record's sake. Had a lot of just crazy shit happen in the last year. Things kind of kicked off in about September of 2014. I started having some flashbacks, but were far more mild than they are now. This video, I'm going to talk about some flashbacks regarding a child that I had that I just now remember having, which is just fucking crazy. I don't know how you forget that you had a child. I'm 41 now. And I think I was about 10 or 11 when I had her. Maybe 12. I never shared with anybody who the father was, but it was my gym teacher, Mr. Nix. He was a Royal Oak Elementary School gym teacher. I don't even know. How to begin to feel about this, because I have a mother instinct for a child that I just now realize I had, who's been alive for 30 years, and nobody said anything to me about it. How do you just pretend and not say anything to me about it, even after I'm a grown adult? When I didn't realize I was pregnant, I don't think, but my mom eventually did, and I think at that point it was a little too late to do anything about it, and I wasn't willing to anyway. Instead of being a mother, she decided to ship me off to my aunt and my uncle's house in Midland, Michigan. So I stayed there, and I went to school there, and I went to church there, and I waited. My aunt and my uncle had some pretty severe fertility issues, and the initial idea was for them to adopt the baby. But while I was there, they ended up getting pregnant on their own, and they got pregnant with twins, and then they didn't want my baby anymore because they had two of their own coming, and so we had to figure out adoption arrangements, and my mom came and filled out the paperwork for me to do that. My aunt and my uncle knew somebody through their church that wanted to adopt, and I met with them. I remember them being very wonderful people. The woman had blonde, long blonde hair, and her husband had dark hair, and they had been trying for a long time to have kids, and I just loved them right away. I didn't think I would, but I did. As a matter of fact, I wanted them to adopt me. But I figured if I had to give up this baby, then I for sure wanted her to go to them. They asked me who the father was, and I don't think I ever shared with them who he was. I think I kept it a secret the whole time until even now. I had the baby, and the woman who was gonna adopt her was in the delivery room. I don't remember if the husband was or not, but she was there, and she got to see her be born. And the second I laid eyes on her, I didn't want to give her away. Couldn't do it. I wanted to have her for myself. I loved her. My mom told me if I kept a baby, I could never come home. And my aunt and my uncle told me I could stay there, but I had to do everything myself. So I tried. I tried really hard. But I was a child. I was 11 or 12 or whatever. The oldest I think I was 12. And I think after a week and a half, I realized I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I called them, and I asked them if they still wanted her. They told me that they did. That they still had her room ready. And so I went to the adoption agency, and we filled out the paperwork, and they took her. It wasn't an open adoption, and I got to have visits with her. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. She had blonde, naturally curly hair. She was so cute. And they did an amazing job with her. She was so smart, and she was well dressed and taken care of and loved, and just amazing. And then we have visits like a few times a year, and there was a church event. We went to church with my aunt and my uncle, the same church, and there was a church event, and I went, and my mom was with me, and my mom had told me to go into the picture booth and get a picture taken with her, and I did. And then she went into the picture booth with her and got her picture taken with her. And then all of a sudden, my daughter, well, she's someone else's daughter, but she's kind of sort of mine, a little, made an accusation that I had touched her inappropriately, and I never did that. My mom, I think, fed her some lines to say, and when she approached her mom and dad and told them that, they confronted me with appropriately that they should have, and I never did anything. None of that. And then there's my mom standing by saying, well, I would have some concerns with that because Christy was inappropriate with her own sister. And I just looked at her because I was completely dumbfounded. And I didn't know where it all came from. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't understand. And I think she wanted her perfect life, and this blemish on her life made it look ugly. So the parents of my birth daughter decided to close the adoption, and I never saw her again. I think I saw her at a party once, but I didn't realize who she was. The mom came up to me and was talking to me, and she said, "Hey, Christy," and I was like, "Hi." And then she started talking to me about all the things her daughter was doing, and I thought it was really bizarre because I had no idea who she was and why she was telling me all of these amazing things her daughter was doing. And I was like, "Oh, that's great that your daughter's doing all these amazing things, but like, who the hell are you?" It was her. It had to be her, and I didn't even know it. I think she even had a conversation with me, and I didn't know who she was. Like, I had an opportunity to talk to her, and I didn't know who she was. You know, I'm 41. And it was 30 years ago that I had her. And I saw her in between there, I think. And she knew who I was, and I didn't know who she was. And if I had known, I would have grabbed her, I would have hugged her, I would have held her. I would have done something to let her know that I knew who she was. And I would have told her I would never have hurt her. Never done anything to hurt her. To think that my mother, and it doesn't surprise me anymore at this point, because a lot of the other flashbacks that I've been having are pretty heinous too, but this one rocked me to my core, because she took something from me I can never get back. She took time. She took time. You can't get this back. And she took it from me. I can't ever get it back. She took precious moments, and I can't ever get them back. And I know that she's better off with them, growing up with them, and maybe she even had more peace without all of this chaos on this side of the family, craziness, and maybe that was what was best for her, because God knows my crazy ass mother, if she's willing to do that, maybe she would have fucked with her. So maybe it was better that way. I just want her to know that I love her. I'm sorry I forgot you. I didn't mean to. I remember you now.